What if I told you there's a formula for going viral 100% of the time, and it has nothing to do with your product, your founder brand, or whether you've ever made a single piece of content yourself? In fact, these startups are doing exactly what I'm exposing in this video, like Kick, whose official clipping program generated over 3 billion views in a single month. And it's the same system AI companies like Suno and Gamma, and even Anthropic are running to scale in 2026. I ran product for Beyonce, built a company backed by Snapchat, and in the last 3 months alone, I've personally paid out over $100,000 to creators running these exact systems for venture-backed startups. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 3 strategies fast-growing startups are using to manufacture virality in 2026, and the one mistake separating the founders pulling this off from the ones still wondering why their launch flopped. Section 1, the surround sound playbook. So before we get to those 3 strategies, you need to see the most extreme version of this happening on the internet right now. Because once you see what's going on at Kick, every other viral startup story is going to make a whole lot of sense. Kick runs an official clipping program where the platform pays creators to clip and repost streamer content across TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and X. Adin Ross has publicly stated that Kick has paid clippers up to $2 million in a single month. And the typical rate is around $500 per million views. Adin's a Kick equity holder, so he's reporting from the inside. Walk through what the economic reality looks like for the clipper, and you start to understand why this works. One Kick streamer named Clavicular has a network of around 1,500 paid clippers, posting roughly 70,000 clips per month. That's just for one streamer. Another streamer named Neon, also working with Adin Ross, paid 300 clippers almost $1.4 million over a 5-week stretch, and has a wider network of over 1,000 clippers. Kick's official program generated over 3 billion views in September 2025 alone on Kick's own statement. So that's Kick, but this same trick is happening everywhere right now. It's just quieter and it's cheaper. Paid clipping networks are the Kick version. Companies pay creators to post or per view, flooding every platform with clips tied to one brand. Creator seeding campaigns are the cleaner sibling. Brand ship product or early access to dozens or sometimes hundreds of creators hoping for organic posts. Lower cost per creator, much higher volume. Systematic influencer deals are the Gamma version. Founders or growth teams negotiate paid partnerships with hundreds of micro-influencers in a category, posting within a coordinated window. All 3 are doing the same job. They're manufacturing what looks like organic virality. Algorithms can't distinguish between manufactured volume and genuine interest. They push whatever has the most signals, most clips, most views, most engagement. So companies flood the system with thousands of pieces of content tied to one brand, and the algorithm starts treating them like a thing people actually care about. Real viewers show up because their feed told them you're popular. The audience trusts the algorithm, and the algorithm trusts volume. There's a phrase for what these companies are building. I call it the surround sound effect. It's the magic that happens when the top creators in a category start posting about your company in a condensed period of time. It's not about how many people see something. It's actually about who sees it and in what context they see it. That's what Kick is doing at brute force scale. And that's what these AI startups everyone's talking about figured out how to do for a fraction of the cost. Which brings us to the actual playbook, the 3-channel growth flywheel. This is the framework the best AI companies are running in 2026. Every winner I've seen this year is some version of this 3-channel system. And the real edge isn't any one channel by itself. It's how they all reinforce each other. Gamma is the cleanest example. They hit over 100 million in ARR with a 50-person team and a $2.1 billion valuation as of November 2025. Their co-founder Grant Lee went on Lenny's podcast and said he personally onboarded over 1,000 micro-influencers, and that the word of mouth driven by those creators accounts for about 50% of their subscriber growth. Anthropic, who makes Claude, hired a dedicated influencer marketing manager in 2025 and ran a multi-million-dollar campaign called Keep Thinking that included all parts of the ecosystem, from influencer partnerships to podcasts. They also have a hashtag Claude Partner, where you can see over 50 sponsored creator posts on LinkedIn from 31 different mid-tier creators. If you've been on YouTube or LinkedIn in the last 6 months, you've probably seen these without realizing what they were. The common thread across both these companies and many more is that they're getting creators across YouTube, TikTok, X, Instagram, and LinkedIn to talk about the product simultaneously until the algorithm decides they matter. And once you understand what they're doing, the whole playbook breaks down into 3 channels. Every single one of these companies is running all 3 of these channels at the same time. Channel 1 is creator campaigns, where these companies are buying trust at scale. Creators with existing audiences are making content about their product. Paid ads buy attention. Creator campaigns buy trust. There's a massive difference, and trust is the currency in 2026. This is where the surround sound effect really gets built. Top creators in a category posting about your product in a condensed window. So at the top of the pyramid, you have fewer creators, bigger audiences, higher cost per post, but also the biggest signal. I've covered extensively in my other videos how to find, source, and vet these creators. Go check it out. Channel 2 is owned accounts, which is the bottoms-up UGC layer. Companies scale brand-owned accounts horizontally across TikTok and Reels, posting hundreds of videos per month. Often, this means hiring UGC creators to make and post content from those accounts. Sometimes it means scaling zero-follower accounts that look organic, but actually aren't. The cost of creating content at scale has come down dramatically in the last 12 months. You can hire creators off platforms like SideShift, or you could even use AI tools like Sora to produce this content at scale. It really depends on the format and the audience you're going for. So this is cheap per post, but only works at real volume. You literally need hundreds of videos per month, or you're not even in the game. This is the closest sibling of what Kick is doing, just at the startup scale instead of millions per month. Channel 3 is paid ads, which is the amplification layer on top of the first two. It's simple. Take the creator content that's already performing organically and put money behind it to amplify it. Authentic creator content as paid ads is totally outperforming traditional ad creative. Literally, the less it feels like an ad, the better. My standard recommendation is to set aside 10 to 20% of your total creator budget specifically for amplification. This is how the best growth teams are doing it right now. You've already validated the content works organically, and now you can put money behind it. This is a flywheel, not 3 separate plays. Think about it. Each one of these 3 reinforce each other. Creator videos become content for paid ads. The hits you get on your owned accounts get amplified with paid spend. Paid ad performance data feeds future creator briefs in owned account formats. The whole system gets cheaper and more effective the longer you run it, if you do it right. That's the cleaner version of what Kick is doing. You don't need Kick level money to run it. You just need to actually do all 3 together and do it in a smart way. Why most founders still lose at this. This is the part of the conversation almost nobody wants to hear because it's not about budget, it's not about creators, and it's not about platforms. It's how you think about the channel itself. The biggest mistake founders make is treating creator marketing like a one-off campaign instead of a channel to build and grow over time. A campaign is a start date, it has an end date, it has a did it work question at the finish. A channel is a system. You test, you find winners, you double down on winners, you cut everything else, you apply the learnings to the next cohort. This is a hits-driven business. It's nearly impossible to predict in advance which creator or piece of content is going to break through. So you have to run enough volume to find the ones that actually do. Think about how the best meta ad teams already work. Test hundreds or thousands of creatives, kill the ones that don't work, and scale up the few that do. This is the same mentality you need to bring to building creators as a channel. The founders I talk to who are messing this up basically will just run 2 or 3 creators, see lukewarm results, and decide the whole channel is broken. Oh, usually they have no tracking infrastructure either, so they can't even tell which creator drove traffic or sales or anything at all. They also tend to just pay whatever the first rate is that a creator quotes them. They have no market context and no understanding for what a negotiation looks like in this space. The companies doing this well run cohorts of at least 10 creators per round to start, not 2 or 3. Remember, you need volume to identify winners. They set up tracking from day one, UTMs, custom branded short links, app flyer if you're a mobile app. Your data sources get stitched together so you can see the ripple effects of a video across your entire funnel. They go in expecting cohorts 1 or 2 to break even or maybe even lose money, but that's the cost of finding real signal. The moment a winner shows up, they lock in that creator for a long-term deal and double down on the content format. If creator drive results for your product, they'll probably drive results for your competitor too. Locking in winning creators in your category is a real moat. They apply the learnings from each cohort to the next, and the hit rate tends to compound over time. What kills most creator programs is not strategy, it's operations. Email chains, contracts, payments, follow-up, performance tracking, tax compliance. Multiply that by 50 creators and your marketing team is drowning in admin work. The companies that build this right are able to scale, and the ones that don't plateau quickly. Paid ads get more expensive every quarter as you saturate your initial audience. This channel tends to get cheaper and more effective every cycle. You're compounding learnings, you're locking in winners on longer term deals, you're turning organic hits into amplification fuel. After 6 months of running the system, your hit rate will look completely different from where you started. And that's where the opportunity is right now. Most founders tried creator marketing once, didn't see results, and wrote off the whole channel. And that's why it still works in 2026. The companies running it now are locking in cheap creator deals. Everyone else is going to have to pay way more for the same creators a year from now after they've been proven out. If you want to skip the 100 hours of figuring this out for yourself and go straight to a list of pre-vetted creators already winning in your category, that's what Kiko does for venture-backed startups every day. Book a call with our team using the link in description, and we'll walk you through what running this looks like for your business. And if you're still figuring out whether creator marketing fits your business, hit subscribe. We got more videos coming on exactly how to run this in 2026 and beyond.